How's it going, everybody? Great.
When you got in here in the spring, Matt was very intentional about exposing you to a lot, whether it was information, one versus one competition, looks you got from the defense. As you go into the regular season, what do you think the net gains were of getting so much thrown at you early on in your time here?
Yeah, it was great. It was getting that much thrown at me at that time. Also going, learning this offense and obviously still learning, but basically having zero knowledge to the knowledge I have now of the offense has been tremendous because they've been challenging me from that stage and to now. They haven't been trying to, you know, add to the challenge throughout the time. First day they were out there trying to get after us, get after me, and bringing that challenge to me. And so it's been awesome the amount of ball that I've been able to see, the amount of ball that I've been able to learn from the coaches, and also from being out there with the guys, listening to people like Keenan, and also going versus the defense. So it's been great. It's been honestly really fun, really exciting times, and we're getting ready to go.
Some of that has pushed you through struggles that you don't have to wait for the regular season to experience for the first time? Like you
Yeah.
stuff already?
Yeah, I think that the way we practice, I don't think there's many teams that practice the way we do, and so I think being able to go versus defense like this, and how tough they are on QBs and things like that. Going through this and all of that, I think it's going to help me for. Obviously there's going to be times when I do struggle, but when those times come, you know how to kind of get back on track. You know how to react and things like that in those moments. And I think going versus defense, every single day has helped.
As an extension of that, Flu said that you guys have worked on, being able to prepare for adversity ahead of time. Are there
Yep.
mental exercises that he's put you through or any sort of test that are not on the field that have helped you kind of prepare for what you may see if something does go wrong in a moment on Sunday?
Yeah, I would say the constant communication is key. A lot of times when things go wrong, there's a slip of communication. There's a slip of information that we have. So I think first and foremost, I think it's the constant communication and information that we're gathering each day and day in day out. And then I think for the adversity part of it, when it does happen, I think it goes back to again communication. Understanding that the situation I'm in, bad things are going to happen every once in a while. You're going to throw a pick, you're going to fumble. Whether it's me, whether it's the team, whether it's we're going to jump off sides, we're going to do a bunch of things. So when those moments of adversity strike, it's more about encouraging. It's more about understanding that we can get out of the situation and not bringing more negativity to the situation that comes up. And so I think the communication and information part, and then also just understanding. There's going to be a lot more times. Obviously, you can't be doing it every single drive or every single play, but there's going to be a lot more times throughout the games or practices where there's going to be a lot more good than bad. You just can't let the bad outweigh the good.
You talked about envisioning. You've been working towards this goal, the first NFL regular season game
Yep.
for a very long time.
Yep.
Are you going to take a moment to step back, maybe during pregame, just to take it all in, or is it just like business as usual?
Well, when feet touch the grass, it's gonna be business as usual. But I probably will I normally like to, when I run out the stadium, kind of do a little spin in the tunnel when I'm coming out the tunnel, just kind of see the stadium, take it all in, and feel the energy, the vibe, and get going from there. Once I do my spin, get down to the sideline, it's go time.
You talked about envisioning every step of this process from since you were a kid. Talking about the Heisman and being number one pick, and all those things have come to fruition for you. I imagine you've also envisioned what your first regular season NFL game would be like. Maybe it was 350 and 4 touchdowns. Are you comfortable if the coaches decide that the best game plan for this first
Is
game
to run the ball.
Watch the clock?
Is to run the ball and win the game. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, just if it ain't 350 in the 4 for
Exactly. Yeah. If we come out and decide that the offensive line is dominating, wide receivers are dominating blocks, we're extending runs and things like that. Coach always talks about backside wins championships, front side wins games, and things like that. So if we got guys out there, giving that type of energy, and we're handing the ball up and we're getting a 5 a pop. I mean, it's hard to beat. Hard to beat that. And so one, you control the game, control the clock, all these different things, keeping their offense off the field and a bunch of different things. So, I think that, if that's the case, that's the case. As long as we get a win, because last time I remembered, the wins are the most important thing. And so as long as we get that win at the end of the day, 100 yards, 400, it all becomes the same. Go in the locker room, you celebrate, you cheer. Got your 24-hour period to enjoy the win, and then from there you move on and get ready for the next team.
Yeah, what's one of the big adjustments? One of the big adjustments for rookie quarterbacks is always the speed and how quickly windows close. And we saw in Hard Knocks, I think one of the episodes Matt was telling you on the practice field, that window doesn't stay open.
Yep, can't throw it that late. Yep.
So what has that adjustment been like for you? When do you feel like you got the hang of how quickly you have to recognize and jump on opportunities?
Yeah, I think partly. I think the biggest thing and the biggest difference from college is that there's guys that's been in the league for 12 years, and so they've seen a bunch of different things. And then there's a guy that comes in the league and he's been there for 4 months, like myself, 3 months. And so, it's I think it's more of the information that we have. The younger guys, and then obviously the older guys, they've seen so much more. They have a lot more information. They've seen a bunch of offenses and formations and different routes and how people have ran the routes and things like that. So I think the biggest adjustment is understanding that those guys have a lot more knowledge, a lot more information, a lot more time, and things like that spent into this game of the NFL. And so I think that's the biggest adjustment that everybody has to understand, or at least I've kind of come to that, is that the rookies, we don't have as much knowledge and things like that. So you have to find ways to be a lot more on time. You have to know your offense in and out, and then from there you can grow and things like that. And then, as they always say, things will start slowing down at whatever point that may be. When you know all your stuff, you catch up to the speed of your guys, know all your stuff, know when routes are going to break, and not holding and sitting on routes as a QB is really important. If it's not there, if it's not what you thought it was going to be, move on to the next route or move on to the check down.
Caleb, what does it mean to you to be named a captain of this group, the talented roster you have? That's my first question. And the second part is we keep hearing the coaches want you to lean on those guys around you. What have you learned about the talent around you?
Yeah, I've said this since I've come here. We got a top 5 defense. We just drafted a punter in the 4th round, I believe. We got Kairos, Mr. Santos. We have like I said, this amazing defense. We got special guys, a wide receiver. We got a special running back. Our offensive line, I believe in our run game has been like top 5 in the past 2 or 3 years. And so it's what I said when I was first drafted, or around that time, of I'm going to do whatever I need to do for my team to win. And that's, like I spoke about earlier, handing the ball off, leaning on my guys. If that's dropping back, throwing the ball 30 times, that's doing that. It's leaning on my talent. I'm not trying to do anything special. And then, when those moments happen, when those moments come up, third downs, into games and things like that, obviously, there's some routine plays, but, a lot of times those moments are times where, it's time to be special. And so, understanding the leaning on your guys, and also understanding the right situation to go and, do special things on the field. There's a certain balance that you have to find, and, we've been working our tail off. I've been working my tail off to try and find it. And so it's been great. It's been fun. And then your second question about being a captain, I'm extremely grateful. I can't really think of how many rookies are captains with, especially with a team so talented like this. With a lot of, I guess you can say, vet guys. We're a pretty young team, but we have obviously a good amount of vets on this team. And so to be named a captain by my peers and colleagues and my teammates and my friends and brothers, extremely grateful, extremely happy. And something I told them as soon as I got to be able to break it down or talk to them and things like that. So ready to go, fired up, extremely grateful, and we're excited.
Caleb, a lot of your success as a rookie is going to be based on your ability to learn well and learn quickly.
Yep.
How much is there an example, like maybe in your first game in college, for high school, anywhere at USC, just where you've had to learn quickly and learn well?
Yeah. I would say one of the times that I had to learn quickly and learn well, other than this time, is my freshman year. Both my freshman years, whether it's high school or college, I came in a situation where it was kind of the same, where I wasn't the starter immediately as soon as I came in. I had to learn a whole offense to be able to put myself in a position to be able to start, whether it was first game or, like in college, whether it was the 6th or 7th game. And so I think those times have helped me. I also think that I have the ability to learn fast. I think that's my phone, not his. It's my alarm to eat. But the ability to learn fast, I think that has grown over time. Obviously, seeing a bunch of different, been to a bunch of different games, seeing a bunch of different films and things like that, I think that's helped. Being in these offenses that I've been in high school, I was a little bit more under center. I had a few more play actions from under center and things like that. In college, I was a little bit more spread, throwing the ball around a lot more, seeing a bunch of different concepts of space and all these different things. So I've gotten a bunch of different, different types of playing throughout my years, and I think it's helped me tremendously to be able to learn this offense.
How are you painting yourself a picture of the Titans defense for this week with a first-time coordinator in his first game and not a lot to study on film?
Yeah, that's the interesting part is that there's not film to study from whether it's a couple years ago or anything like that. He was the secondaries coach not too long ago at the Ravens and things like that. So we're something that we say we're not hunting ghosts, and so we're not hunting ghost of things that they may run, may not run. We're going off of kind of what we've seen, some of the base things that we do know. And other than that, I mean, they have players. They got guys on the other side. So they've got Landry in '98, and they got Snead obviously, and they got Diggs from Seattle, and all these other guys, Murray, horns down. But no, it's they got some guys over there that I think fit their scheme well. They just got the guy Ernest from the Rams and things like that. So I think that he's done a great job so far building his team, and then on noon of Sunday we'll be able to see kind of what they're actually doing, and then we'll make our adjustments in the game and then go from there.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome, thank you everybody. The Bears.
Eden, how you feeling?
Feeling good.
Good to go with injury-wise, 100%,
Day by day.
day by day?
Keenan, is there a good way to explain or express your confidence in Caleb as a first-time starter with high expectations of really being successful?
Yeah, I mean the expectation is what it always is, winning at the end of the day, and no matter who the quarterback is, you want to win, and I wouldn't rather be with another guy right now than Caleb. I think he showed great. I don't know what's it called. He's gotten better ever since we've started, and I think the confidence is through the roof.
Keenan, what have you seen specifically with his work ethic behind the scenes over the months that you've been here? What kind of worker has he been?
Yeah, I think he's been great. Like I said, he's gotten better, ever since OTAs when we first started. And, just seeing him just kind of get the terminology, the huddle calls, how to change the plays and everything. I think he's did a great job.
You've been around young quarterbacks like Justin, obviously. How is this different? Both really high picks. Obviously, he's the first overall pick.
Yeah.
But how is Caleb special?
His confidence. He's always been the guy. And when we first had Herbert, he wasn't really the starter going into week 1. So that's the difference. And he's like I said, he's always been the guy. So he's always had the expectation of playing at that level that we play at. So I think he's ready for it. I think he's up for the task. And like I said, his confidence is good.
Coaches have said since he's gotten here, like to lean on the talent around him. How have you noticed from the very beginning to where you're at now, him being able to delegate to you guys and maybe not trying to take on too much on his own, which might have been something he was accustomed to at other places?
Yeah, well, we were just talking last night. He wants to get the ball out of his hands. Just get it into our hands, the playmakers, the talent that coach is talking about, and just let everything happen for itself instead of trying to wait on plays that aren't really there, and try to create your own plays. That's how you fall into mistakes and fall behind the downs and stuff like that. So just try to get us the ball early and let us work.
When he goes into scramble mode and his first instinct is I'm still looking to pass, as a receiver, how do you have to, trying to get open and stay open, how does that change what you have to do in that moment if he?
Oh yeah, I mean you just stay alive. You know, at any time he can roll out and make a pass, and you know that's kind of when he's at his best, when he's off schedule, throwing those crazy passes off one leg, you know, turning around and stuff. So you just gotta stay alive and you know, just expect it.
You're approaching week one and you know you have a talented roster and we always hear how important a fast start is. What does that look like from a player responsibility thing to not come out there and be, you know, because there is only so much tape you can look at and there's a lot of unknowns. How do you tangibly start fast?
It's about doing your job. Everybody just do their job, work with each other, communicate. Everybody be on the same page, and just try not to shoot yourself in the foot.
Denard Wilson has said consistently that he wants his corners to press up. Is that a good idea against the wide receivers that you guys have?
That's the Titans, whoever you're talking about. Yeah, sure.
You've been the clear number one receiver for so long in terms of targets being the number one option in the offense. How do you feel about coming into a situation where it's probably going to be more balanced?
Mhm.
And that might not be what's asked of you.
I kind of love it. Yeah, I mean, just holding the expectation of, you know, kind of carrying the offense, so to speak. You know, I've always had guys around me who could make plays as well too, but you know, injuries happen, things happen, and then you're all of a sudden the guy that's getting, you know, the majority of the touches. But you know, like you said, it's gonna be balanced, and you know, I think it's gonna be good.
Even in a contract year, you're cool with that things are going to be spread out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to make $35 million.
You're coming off a peak year, but at your age, you're at an age where frankly, a lot of Hall of Fame receivers have started to drop off. What have you done to kind of make sure that you're as quick as you ever were, as good as you ever were? Have you been cognizant of that, of maintaining that where you are in your career?
Yeah, I think just keeping the main thing, not changing anything, sticking to the script, trusting the process, and you know, just trying to, I don't know, remain me, I guess.
But you feel as good physically as you have in,
Yeah.
let's say, recent years, if not, you know, obviously, I imagine not as a rookie or whatever, but
Absolutely. Yeah, still feel good.
What have
You
you,
know, there's been a lot of hype around this team since you arrived and then Caleb. Is there a level of curiosity you have as to what it will all look like in the regular season? I mean,
Yeah, I think you get that kind of every season. You're always excited to go out and get that first game under your belt and just see, you know, what kind of team we are, and same thing.
What have you liked about
that? What excites you about the offense that Shane Waldron has built?
Just seeing how he progressed it with Gino. You know, you seen Gino come alive. I played with Gino as well, and you just seen him come alive with Shane, and you know, just be able to make plays, and you know, he just looked, you know, way comfortable versus being with us. So you know, I'm excited to see it.
Keenan, I'm sure you've had a lot of moments since you got here where it's like you're in a new jersey, new building for the first time in your career. Is there going to be a moment on Sunday too for your first regular season game and another?
Yeah, for sure. You know, when you do think about game day, been playing with that other team for so long, it's like I'm not going to be in that stadium or I'm not going to be in those colors. So it's a little bit different, but you know, it's still football.
When you guys were in Kansas City, and I think Caleb was talking with McCole Hardman, and he said, like, I don't get nervous before games. And you said, yeah, you're going to be spooked before the
Yeah.
one. Like, it just seems like he has this sort of confidence that's not normal of a rookie. How do you build that confidence up? If he says he's not going to get nervous, okay, but also help him along the way if he does come into, you know, a couple bumps in the road in his first real game.
Yeah, well, the good thing about it is nothing changes. You know, football's still football, still 11 on 11. Still gonna be tackling, still gonna be running around having fun. So that's the good thing about it. The bad thing is, you know, only thing that really can happen is it doesn't go your way. And how do you respond? You know, just keep things going, stay under control, and you know, like you said, trust the guys around you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.